Hi, graphics again. We are here to discuss color theory and what is color. Um, I'm going to have you download a worksheet and use Photoshop to create the worksheet and fill in the blanks. Instead of using Paint, we're going to use Photoshop and to fill this worksheet in. So, however you need to do it, you need to download this photo. I put a photo in here of a worksheet. You are to download it to your desktop or to a folder you have created, and then you're going to upload it into Photoshop. So to do that, we are going to close out of this. Don't save. File open. File open. From here, we're going to go ahead and pick the correct file that you downloaded, and it should open in to Photoshop. The first thing you want to do is go up to image size. I want to make this 300 pixels per inch. Gives me a lot of data to work with. Things won't be as pixely like you probably have seen photos in the past that don't have much resolution. So the first thing we're going to do is explain what is color. Again, I'm going to let you research that. So I'm going to go, what is color? Well, here it is. There's plenty of different definitions that you can go through and read. Okay. Typically, color is a hue. And we're going to just click on some of these, but it's basically a hue of the reflection of light. Okay. If you notice, it says up here, the property possessed by an object of producing different sensations on the eye as a result of the way the object reflects or emits light. Okay. Again, synonyms: hue, shade, tone, tint. These are just different words for the word color. So you can put any of those. This right here is a pretty good definition. It's the scientific definition, but everybody around knows the word color. So the definition right up top, we're going to use the scientific definition. I'm going to Command C. Here's that's not what I wanted. Command C, we go to Photoshop. Now, obviously, if I hit Command V, it's not going to work. Nope, I tried it, did not work. What I want to do is I want to go to my type tool and I want to click. If you notice, my words are huge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the first of those. So I need to go back to where I had this at, which is here, and kind of look at it. I like to move to where I can have two things open at once and see what I'm typing. Instead of Command C, Command V, I could, but it's going to be like this. It goes on and on and on. I'm not going to show you that. I'm going to undo. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get to where I can see both of these and type in actually, I'm going to go ahead and get simple font times, which is fine. I'm going to type in the property. Okay, so instantly I can go ahead and let's go ahead and make this a little smaller. You can probably, I hit enter. Right now we're at 13-point font. Let's go ahead and just make it 12. There's nothing wrong with 12-point font. And now I can move this kind of where I want it. The property possessed by an object of producing different. Oh, we're at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this, and all the other programs we've been familiar with, we can copy it. Okay, so I can hit Option. You notice the double arrows pop up. On Option, drag down. And I can move that physically with my up and down arrows. I'm going to click on my T, and I can highlight it. Different sensations on the eye as a result of the way the object reflects, or let's stop there again. Reflects or emits light. Now if you notice, it says give an example. What is an example of color? We can sit there and say plenty of examples, but the colors of the rainbow. Because the rainbow is basically all the colors physically split into their own wavelengths that we, when they're put all together, you see the color that we see. Okay, so that's how you can put text. I'm not going to go through every one. I'm going to have you go through and tell me what tertiary colors, complementary colors are, analogous colors. Tell me what all those are, what they represent, and then we need to fill these boxes in. Primary colors. I went over here to my rectangle tool. Draw a box. Obviously, the default's going to be black. I'm going to come over here and double click on my layers palette. Again, you should have Windows Workspace Essentials popped up. That's the default workspace. Okay. Double click on this rectangle. Right here, if I go to color libraries, here's some colors. Go back to my picker. Okay, what is the three colors? Well, if you don't know what they are, primary colors, go look them up, but I'm going to tell you one of them is red. I can go all the way to the top or all the way to the bottom to get red. Now, I'm going to select my move tool. If you notice, I have these two selected. Make sure these are always selected. Auto select and show transform controls. I'm hovering over this one. If you notice, there's those little nodes on the exterior or the perimeter of my object. That gives me the ability to move larger or smaller. Obviously, I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Option. So I'm on my object with my selection tool. Don't apply. Option, click, and drag. Okay. Red, yellow. If you guessed blue, you are correct. We're going to go ahead and pick that one. And there we go. So I got my primary colors. Go ahead and fill the rest of this out. The only thing I'm going to show you is this color wheel. What we're going to do is we're going to use what we call the pen tool to create a shape. You've done this, and the only thing I'm not going to make you master is this oval. What we're going to do is we're going to click in the middle. Click, let's just go up to blue. You can, if you want to, try to curve this and close it. Now, if you notice, it did that. If you remember from all of your Illustrator assignments, we can click Go to direct selection tool, and there's that node here with anchor points. If you pull that in, remember hold option, it does it by itself, and you have a blue piece of the pie. Now you can go back and do all the same for every one of these. Go in and fill in the pie.